Welcome to the deep dive.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got a really fun one today, I think. A deep dive that's going to take us, well, to Wyoming.
Wyoming, all right.
To a cabin. But not just any cabin.
Oh.
A cabin built entirely out of dinosaur bones.
Out of dinosaur bones. Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
the fossil cabin, built in 1932 by this guy Thomas Boylan, is a real place, an actual roadside attraction that's been around for almost a century.
A century, huh?
Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. A bone cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly the first thing that springs to mind when you think of, like, marketing genius, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. The fossil cabin's unexpected success is a really cool example of niche marketing done right. And that's what we're going to be unpacking today.
I like it.
So this fossil cabin, right, it's been thriving for decades by, appealing to a very specific audience, people who are fascinated by dinosaurs, history, kind of the offbeat roadside Americana.
Yeah, exactly. It's a textbook example of niche marketing, focusing on a specific segment of the market instead of trying to please everybody.
And I think sometimes, like in a world where we're told to go big or go home,
Right.
this idea of niching down can feel almost counterintuitive.
Definitely.
But, you've talked a lot about the power of really honing in on your target market.
Absolutely. Niche marketing allows brands to connect with a passionate audience, people who truly value what they offer.
They get it.
They get it. And it fosters this sense of community and belonging, which leads to greater customer loyalty. And you know what that means.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth marketing, exactly.
And thinking about, some of the stuff we were talking about before we started recording, you were mentioning trying to launch this new line of listeners' product.
Oh, yeah.
Could this hyper-focused approach work for something like that?
It definitely could. I mean, think about it. The fossil cabin, it's a building covered in bones, and it's found its audience.
Yeah.
That right there tells you you don't have to appeal to everyone to be successful. Focusing on a niche can actually be much more effective.
Okay, so how does this translate into some actual advice?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm not selling dinosaur themed souvenirs, how do I even go about finding my niche in the first place?
Well, that's where things get interesting. One approach is to think about, what are you truly passionate about? What kind of products or services would really get you excited?
For me, it would definitely be something related to hosts' interest. But I worry, is that too niche?
I don't think so. Not necessarily, because
yeah.
you'd be surprised how many people share similar interests. The real challenge isn't being too niche. It's understanding who makes up that niche and how to connect with them.
I see.
And that brings us to market research.
Right. So it's not enough to just find your passion and then kind of just cross your fingers and hope people show up.
Exactly. Let's take the fossil cabin as an example again. Thomas Boylan, he probably didn't just, stumble upon success. He probably tapped into existing networks of dinosaur enthusiasts. Maybe he advertised in paleontology journals or partnered with local museums. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So it's about targeting your marketing efforts toward the people who are already predisposed, you could say, to be interested in what you have to offer.
Precisely. And the fact that the fossil cabin has been around for so long, well, that shows the power of this approach, right? It's cultivated this really loyal following over generations, becoming more than just a roadside attraction.
More like a destination.
Yeah, almost like a community hub for, all these dinosaur lovers out there.
So building a community around your niche is crucial for that long-term success.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, wanting to do the same thing with your listeners' product line. Well, cultivating that sense of belonging can lead to word-of-mouth marketing, you get brand loyalty, and ultimately sustainable growth.
That's what we all want. Now, this has been incredibly insightful, but I do have to ask, are there any downsides to going all in on a niche? What about those risks you were mentioning?
That is a great question. And it's definitely where those risks come into play. You could end up with a niche that's just too small to be sustainable, or one that shifts unexpectedly.
Oh, interesting.
Like imagine if, I don't know, interest in dinosaurs suddenly just plummeted.
Oh, no.
The fossil cabin might need to adapt pretty quickly to that, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So flexibility and constantly being aware of what's going on in the market are important, even within a niche.
Absolutely. Niche marketing isn't a set it and forget it kind of strategy. It requires ongoing research, engagement with your community, and a willingness to adapt.
Well, this has been a truly eye-opening dive into niche marketing, inspired by, of all things, a cabin made of dinosaur bones. So, for all of you listening, the challenge we're leaving you with today is find your fossil cabin.
Yes.
What unique value can you offer?
Yeah.
And who is that perfect audience for it?
And remember, even if you don't fully commit to just one specific niche, understanding these principles can really revolutionize the way you approach your marketing strategy overall.
Absolutely.
By identifying your target audience and really tailoring your message to what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Well, you can cut through all that noise out there and build those really meaningful connections that are going to drive success for a long time.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, keep on learning, keep on growing, and remember to find your niche.
See you next time.
Step right up, we're diving in. Marketing tales from where to when. Curious facts that make you grin. Welcome, friends, let's begin. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. The lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Marketing myths and legends bold. Stories better than gold. Every tale is retold in ways you've never been told. From the quirky ads gone haywire to campaigns that catch fire. Every story to admire. Tune in and let's aspire. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear.